what it is, I have 3 items on my credit report that I have paid in full, and it's been over a year now, and I'm having trouble getting those off.
All right. Okay. Thank you for your call, Michael.
Michael, and it sounds like the problem that you're having is with the furnisher of the information. In other words, the company that's placing the balance on your credit reports is continuing to report it as a balance owed. The first step you need to take is to dispute the balance to the credit reporting agencies, which may seem counterintuitive, but send it to Equifax, Experian, or TransUnion, and send it in writing.
I'm sure this is a familiar topic. Do we see this pretty often, Micah, in your line of work, the question that he just asked?
It's very common, and part of that, Cedric, is just based upon the number of credit files that are maintained by the nationwide consumer reporting agencies. Over 200 million consumer files are updated every month, and there's going to be errors.
Wow.
Now, Micah, if I have something on my credit report that I don't like or I dispute, okay, do I need to get a lawyer to do that, or is that something that I can do by myself, like Michael? Can they do that by themselves?
You can do it by yourself, Ken. And in fact, consumers have a right under the Fair Credit Reporting Act to send in a dispute on their own. In other words, you don't have to hire a credit reporting agency that'll help you clean up your credit report. You can do it on your own. But I do suggest that you do contact a lawyer to assist you to make sure that you have the right information in your dispute letter.
What if they just refuse to take it off your credit report?
That's when a real problem happens.
Can they be responsible for that? Can they be liable to you for not doing that?
They can. Under the Fair Credit Reporting Act, not only the furnisher of the information, but also the credit bureaus. Again, we're talking about Equifax, Experian, TransUnion. The big nationwide consumer reporting agencies have liability for failure to perform a reasonable investigation.
Wow. Touch on a little bit about you talked about the act again. A lot of people may not be very familiar with it. Explain a little bit more about the details of it so people can really understand what their rights are up under it.
Certainly, Cedric. We're talking about a federal law. It's the Fair Credit Reporting Act, which was enacted in 1970. And while it's been around for many years, most practitioners don't know about the inner workings of the act. Part of that is because it's a very cumbersome act. It's about 70 pages, single space. And as a result, a lot of consumers don't know to even go talk to an attorney about having a credit reporting issue.
Wow. So if you're one of those consumers and you're weighing whether or not you know much about it, what's the litmus test to say, hey, I don't really know much, I should probably start here? Because you may have some people that are listening that say, well, I can pretty much take this on myself. What's just a basis of saying, right here, this is probably when I need to turn it over to an attorney?
Great question, Cedric. And I would say this, you said a litmus test. If you've received your report, you've discovered errors on your report, and you've sent in a written dispute to the credit bureaus, and the credit bureaus have verified the information that you disputed as belonging to you, and you receive a response back from the bureaus, it's time to go talk to a lawyer.
Wow.